Welcome to today's roundup for April 11, 2023. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. Today, on the lineup, we'll be talking about what's coming up to Mario Yuki 64 and Mario Yuki World, and potentially a new Mario channel on the way. Talk about that in a moment. We'll always be talking about the Anime Yuki channel, which begins either tonight or today or on Thursday, depending on the voting on the poll. We'll talk about that in a moment. We're going to be talking about the Francis the Hedgehog update, talking about what to expect when he comes into VR chat in the next couple of days, potentially next week. I'm going to put on the next week base for that one just in case for the artist. And channel changes coming soon, so there's a lot to go over, and we will be using the big board for today. And I do have a little bit of an idea for some little fun when it comes to stream. I'll talk about that in a moment. Let's get started with what is coming to the Mario channels. So technically speaking, at this moment, we have two Mario channels on the board. And I say at this moment because we could have a third for the normal Mario games. Talk about that one in a moment. But Mario Yuki 64, basically straightforward. Super Mario 64 ROM hacks, mini hacks, live streams, and mini plays will be coming. I did not put this on the screen, but speed runs are potentially coming, but in recorded fashion. I'm not gonna do a live one yet. I have to redesign it, but we are gonna have some speed runs recorded. So mini ROM hack playthroughs. Anything with less than 10 stars will be played through. Long ROM hack playthroughs. Exactly what it sounds like. So if you want me to retry Star Road, but record it, I could, but not right now. We're also we have some new ROM hacks to try out as well. Mario Yuki World. Mario Yuki World is going to be for Super Mario World ROM hack playthroughs. So I already recorded twice. I was about to record a third one, but World 3 got hard a little bit. I'm going to wait and see what I'm going to do with World 3, but we will have Mario Yuki World. But it's going to be an upload channel instead. Now, about the third channel, I have not decided what to call it yet, but most likely it's going to be Mario Yuki, and that's the base. So anything Mario will be over there. But I'm not talking about Mario ROM hacks. I'm talking about normal Mario. So Super Mario Sunshine, Mario Sports Mix, all that good stuff. All Mario. Now Yoshi's Island does not count. Although it does have Baby Mario, I can't count it because Yoshi is the star of that, not Mario, unfortunately. So no Yoshi's Island on that channel, but Mario 64, Mario, Mario Sports Mix, all that good stuff. Those will be over there. Mario Yuki 64 will also have randomizers, so because it's technically a mod. Now let's talk about the Francis the Hedgehog update, or the Anime Yuki channel begins first actually. So this one is going to be on the Anime Yuki channel, obviously. So live streams of anime-styled video games, which include RPG Maker. So if a game is made in RPG Maker and is an anime-style game, it counts. It will be here. Now, traditionally, horror games are not made in RPG Maker or any of those games like Resident Evil. However, if an anime game is also a horror game, it will be played on Anime Yuki and not the future Horror Yuki channel. One of the rules is if it's a true horror game, it cannot have any anime elements. Therefore, if it's an anime horror game, it goes on the Anime Yuki channel. If it's a Resident Evil, it goes on the Horror Yuki channel when I do decide. If I do decide to launch that officially. I have not made a final decision. My final decision on Horror Yuki will be coming out this summer to see if I'm gonna do it. The channel host is gonna be Human Luna, as you can see behind our Mariyuki model here. So Human Luna, and I say the word human loose, kind of loose, not loosely, but I have to say that word in this case because if you do know, I play a character in VR chat, Luna the Wolf. So, to differentiate, it will be human Luna. But you can still call her Luna, whatever. But the reason why is that Luna has the power to turn into a wolf. Therefore, Luna the wolf became a thing. So I'm not gonna spoil you guys yet with the. I'm not gonna bore you guys with origin stories, but I'm gonna tell you that Luna has the power to turn into a wolf. Luna the wolf. That is all I'm gonna say. And I will be using the voice mod. Will it start today or will it start on Thursday? That will depend on a vote that I'm doing in the poll in the community tab, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Because we do need to talk about our other blue boy, or should I say, cyan boy, Francis the Hedgehog. Because this is the big boy in terms of like what's coming. If you thought Anime Yuki was nice stuff, wait until I tell you about Francis the Hedgehog boy. Because it's gonna get interesting. So I want to give you an update from 4/9/2023, April 9. So I am building off that particular update. So, what to look forward to on his channel in particular. VR chat live streams with Francis the Hedgehog. I am going to keep this. I will tell you where to look for these. I will tell you it will be on Fridays, but not until he comes in. Next thing, VR chat roleplay. I think I accidentally misspelled VR chat. Oops. But VR chat roleplay with Francis the Hedgehog will be on his channel. Potential return to Francis the Hedgehog plays and Francis the Hedgehog reacts. Now, Francis the Hedgehog reacts has been a thing for a little bit, but I'm going to put the Francis the Hedgehog reacts on his channel officially, unless otherwise stated. Potential return to Francis the Hedgehog plays. I am thinking of going back to playing Sonic games for you guys. I've been wanting to, but I want to make sure you guys understand why I'm saying yes and no. I'm saying yes because, well, Francis the Hedgehog is a technical Sonic OC. Therefore, Sonic games. But why did I say no? Because some of you like this kind of games. Some of you like this type of game, and some of you guys like this type of games. So different type of games, different algorithm. I want to be very careful with what I show you guys because of the AI and the AI and machine learning from YouTube. So I don't want to just put up, oh, Francis the Hedgehog plays Sonic Adventure 2, and then all of a sudden you want COD. You want Francis the Hedgehog to play Call of Duty. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys vote on this. But potentially returning to Francis the Hedgehog plays is a big thing. The channel host, of course, it's gonna be Francis the Hedgehog. Why not? That's his channel. However, I will tell you about some channel changes coming soon. This roundup is not over yet. Let's go to the big board. So this is what I call the big board because I'm showing you my computer screen, my YouTube channel, or my window here. So this is the big board. So on the big board today we have our channel. So this is what's been going on in the community tab. That is a community tab, and I just posted this question a few moments ago before the recording of this roundup. So make sure you guys vote on this before the roundup is over, or when you have the time to vote. I'm thinking of starting it on Thursday only because I'm going to update the website for roleplay. I did mention there is a roleplay advisory, meaning there is going to be roleplay news within the next 72 hours. So be careful with that one. Get ready for that. That does not mean that does not necessarily mean that there's gonna be a roleplay video. I just said news. So look out for that. Advisory is only up for 74 hours, 72 hours, and you have to be very patient. Okay, now I do want to go over some channel changes coming up. So this is gonna be the long board. This is gonna be the long segment. I know I haven't done this for a while, but I gotta do this one because there's a lot of changes. So main channel productions is going to be right now mostly VR chat. But you may have noticed that there are 2 Call of Duty streams, one of them being tonight, because of the season 2 finale of COD MW2. And we're going to be playing ranked. And you may have noticed there's another one on Saturday to kick off season 3. So season 3 actually starts mañana. I'm not going to start anything until Saturday because we're going to start our community Saturday nights again. So I'm actually streaming twice on Saturday. I did not put the other one because I want to make sure that you guys know about it already first. Okay. Also this week, VR chat tonight with Infinite. No matter what happens with the anime channel, Infinite VR chat tonight at 5:30. Okay, and then COD will end up the night anyway. On Thursday, VR chat with Shady, and then on Friday, no, that's Saturday, excuse me, that's gonna be our COD Season 3 official premiere. You may have noticed that VR chat on May 2nd. But that's only if I can get our Luna model to Quest compatible. Right now it's only PC compatible and I don't want to hurt our Quest people. Now, some other stuff that I need to talk about. Francis and Friends react to Friends because Francis the Hedgehog is our main reaction boy. I'm going to move our Francis the Hedgehog stuff to here. So it will now become Francis the Hedgehog Reacts. But the playlist here is from this channel. What's going to happen though is I'm going to merge the Francis the Hedgehog channel, which I'll explain in a moment, with this one. So that if you click on a video on this playlist, now don't do it now, but if I click on, for example, Francis the Hedgehog reacts to Shadina and Amy becoming friends, if I uploaded this particular video to the Francis the Hedgehog channel, and I merged the channels together, you're gonna get the Francis the Hedgehog version of this. Okay, I'll explain in a moment. We have the Infinite Visits DeviantArt. I am returning to this in a few days. I have to see who I'm gonna react to though. VR Chat World Tours with Francis the Wolf is an experiment to see what you guys like of this series. This particular series is more of world tours of VR chat worlds that you normally don't see. However, the first one is what you do see because that's our home world currently. So once I find a world that looks interesting, I'll do a world tour of it with Francis the Wolf. VR chat highlights and special. Okay, this is still going to continue. So this is any part of the live stream that deserves its own video. For example, so back on a few months ago, we went 18 rounds in VR chat zombie survival. We went 18. I decided to make a video out of that. A few months ago too, Kyle the Wolf, played by Lone KC, decided, you know what, I'm gonna be the black market seller today, and he actually had the voice for it. So that's a highlight. And finally, as another example, on my birthday of last year, I had a birthday message for you. I'm gonna do it again this year. Although this time it's gonna be a little bit more interesting. It's not just Francis the Wolf, it could be Francis the Hedgehog. And so many more things here. Have fun with that. Now, Retro Yuki Roleplay Shorts is going to still be a thing. I'm going to test out something though. I cannot tell you what it is yet. I want to make sure it's correct before I do it. Alright, now let's go on to the other channels. The first one being Anime Yuki. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That is new. No changes. Just because it's brand new. So I'm not gonna change anything yet. Other than my voice mod. Second channel, Mario Yuki 64. I mentioned that we're gonna have more more in the way of uploads in terms of the Mario stuff. So more uploads, like for example, the Super Mario 64 ROM hacks here in the middle, in the mini section. A lot of you enjoy so far the interesting ones, like the Legend of Peach. That's a crossover with Legend of Zelda. You have this one, TB8 single star speedrun. I might speedrun this like an actual speedrun without the timer in the top right corner. Super Mario 64 Beat Block Galaxy. This is a crossover technical with Super Mario Galaxy, I think, 2, because of Beat Block Galaxy. So they change it in a way to make it more interesting. This is pretty good. This is the one with the most views so far. And then obviously we have Star Road playlist. Now keep in mind, we never finished Star Road. I might come back to this. We have Peach's Memory starting tomorrow at 5:30. This is a new one. Oh, and by the way, we have the Mario Cast for the first time on part 2. So that's going to be starting at 10:45 in the morning, not 11:30. Keep that in mind. 10:45, excuse me. 10:45 in the morning. We're going to try the Mario Cast and then the gameplay. And then Green Stars we finished. Return to Yoshi's Island demo we finished. Fallen Stars we finished. And then our guides to like emulation, which are coming back. So the only changes here are uploads. That's it. Next channel, Mario Yuki World. This one very straightforward. I'm going to be uploading the ROM hack. Our ROM hack gameplay currently featured will be the Cola Kingdom Quest. Mario and Luigi Cola Kingdom Quest. That will be our first one. It will be a long play. Not long play, but it will be a play. That's all for that one. This is the next. The next one, however, is the big boy. Retro Yuki VR Chat Roleplay. Originally, I am going to repeat this again. All of these are exactly what you saw on the main channel. VR Chat highlights. You saw the Kyle one, you saw the Francis the Wolf one, you saw Shady's Friday Night VR Chat highlights. Okay, I've noticed something very interesting recently, and it has something to do with the number of views on this channel versus the main channel. Except for the very old ones, the new ones have been doing a lot better here than the main channel. Obviously, most likely the algorithm. Again, I'm gonna be talking about that in the YukiCast, and we'll be talking about. I was wondering, can we live stream here, and let's see what kind of audience we can get. So here's what's gonna happen on Thursday when I play as Shady. On Thursday, we're going to go live here and on the main channel with Shady. But the Shady one will be a test one here on this channel. I want to see if I was right about the algorithm and to see if I should have started streaming on this particular channel for VR chat period. If that is the case, then what is going to happen is all the live streams will be moving here. But I'm still going to be uploading highlights on both channels. That's the difference. That's going to be the difference. But that's only if I see a big change in the audience moving over to here instead of the main channel. But what's not going to happen is I'm going to flip-flop. I'm going to stream on both channels at the same time. But the catch being that I wanted to see if I can stream here, if the audience is going to take a liking. If not, then the main channel is going to be the king. That just makes sense. In addition, the highlights are still gonna be here. Oh, and any other roleplay that we do. So any future roleplays that we do, Wolf Ventures, Francis the Hedgehog VR chat roleplay, and I'm doing a solo Francis the Wolf, very solo by myself. No one else except the audience. I'll explain that when the time comes. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that one. And any big boy projects that we have for VR chat will be also posted here. Okay? Next channel, Francis the Hedgehog. Like I mentioned earlier, VR chat roleplay, reactions, and Sonic games. Sonic games are returning with Francis the Hedgehog. But I'm going to do them live on Fridays. If once Francis the Hedgehog comes in. That means a schedule change. But but we're still playing Mario on Fridays. Excuse me. This week we're still playing Mario on a Friday. Because Francis the Hedgehog is not here yet. But once Francis the Hedgehog is here, that's it. We're starting our Francis Fridays again. And this time it's for real. Okay? So get ready for that. I'm telling you, the good stuff is coming. Francis the Wolf. Okay. I'm unknown. Unknown at this time. I'm not sure. Because a lot of people might like DeviantArt, might like Francis the Wolf, might like this and that. I was thinking the solo project for VR chat, but I'm not going to explain it yet. I'm going to wait. I want to do a bit of a waiting period on that. Okay, that's the channel lineup. I'm not going to not talk about Luna the Wolf channel yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Because there's a lot of things that can go wrong and things that can go right. So I'm going to wait on that to be a thing. Because the last thing I want is a few things here. So the anime channel right now is in the experimental phase. If I feel that you guys like it, then I'm going to continue it. However, if I feel that you guys do not like it anymore and you don't feel like it's a good idea, then what's going to happen is I'm going to turn it back into a Mario channel. And that Mario channel is the one that I mentioned earlier. That's why I want to do a little bit of an experiment here. If the anime channel does not work, because originally the Mario Yuki channel was an experiment too. And all of a sudden, look at where we are. We're about to hit 75 subs, and I didn't even think that we're going to hit 75 subs there. So, first of all, I want to say thank you for checking out the experiment. Now it's really a thing. The Mario Yuki 64 is officially here to stay. The other experiment is Mario Yuki World. But that's more of an upload thing rather than a live thing. Anime Yuki though is live thing. So I have to see where we are with the Anime Yuki channel. Because if Anime Yuki doesn't work, then it becomes a Mario channel. That's the rules. That is the rule. But then you have the potential Horror Yuki channel. But horror games are a little bit on the iffy side on YouTube because of the new YouTube rules. So I want to be very careful when it comes to YouTube rules. Because their rules on YouTube have changed a lot. So I want to be very careful when it comes to YouTube policy. Especially if we get to the monetization phase. On either of these channels other than the main channel. Okay, so right now, Anime Yuki and Mario Yuki World are experiments. Mario Yuki 64 is now a thing. Retro Yuki VR chat roleplay is definitely a thing. Francis the Hedgehog is a thing because of the character coming soon. Francis the Wolf, I am going to see an experiment with that one for a solo play VR. I will see what I'm gonna do with that because technically speaking, I have two VR roleplay characters, Francis the Wolf and Francis the Hedgehog. So we'll see. All right, that is the roundup for tonight, for this morning. If you have any questions, let me know because I know there's a lot. There's a lot to go over, especially at the end with the channel board. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. I have a little bit of an idea. If you guys remember, Stream Loot was a thing that I wanted to try, but I don't see a lot of people using it. So I have a little idea. But it's gonna use Yuki Coin instead. Sabotages. But if you remember Monopoly, hold on. If you guys know Monopoly, the board game, the Monopoly board. So this is the Monopoly board game. Everybody knows about Monopoly, the game, the actual board game, and everybody's favorite game sometimes. I'll think about that one. But here's the deal. Why am I showing you the Monopoly board game, and what does it have to do with Retro Yuki Productions or our stream? Simple. It's a very simple idea. The idea here is to grab the Monopoly board and make it into a way for the audience to play. Not just Monopoly, but a sabotage. For example, if you roll a dice, if I roll the dice on stream, for example, and I land on, let's say, a what they call property in Minecraft, Monopoly. Let's say, for example, it says star goal plus 5. Then that means I have to add 5 to the star goal, which is an automatic sabotage. Now, if somebody decides, you know what, I'm going to use my Yuki coin to roll, then you're going to roll the dice. But you're going to start where I stopped. So it's kind of like a Monopoly stuff here. You're going to start where I stopped. And then you guys roll a 4. And on the 4, let's say it says plus 10 minutes. That means I have to add 10 minutes to my stream time automatically. So instead of saying, you know what, I'm stopping at 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, or 1300 if you follow military time, I have to stop at 1:10. No exception. Okay, so that's a sabotage. Let's say somebody else rolls 3, for example, and the next sabotage says -5 star goal. That means instead of, let's say, if the star goal is 50, you subtract 5, so 45, and then I can get to Bowser faster. The only catch is you cannot go lower than the amount required to beat Bowser. So if the amount to get to Bowser is 45 stars out of 60, then the star goal cannot go below 45 by rule. Because at 40, you cannot get to Bowser because the door needs 45. You can only go down to as little as the minimum required for Bowser. So if 45 is the minimum, you cannot go lower than 45. That is the rule. And you cannot add 5 because that's not the sabotage. So that's how the Monopoly board works. And then we have the community chest and I believe chance. So that could be anything. I'm going to think about how I'm going to use that. to our advantage. But you see an example later, but not today, because this is the end of the roundup. I know there's a lot, yeah, but trust me, there's a lot of good stuff to come. Okay, so enjoy that. We'll see you guys at around 11:30, assuming that you guys wanted to start today for Anime Yuki. If not, Thursday. If we do not have Anime Yuki today, we will start it on Thursday, and the next stream will be at 5:30 for VR chat with Infinite. Enjoy, everybody, and we'll see you guys either to this morning or to later tonight. You will see.